giving absolute power back to white men. That's what it means. The country has gone way too liberal. We are coming upon Gay Pride Month. Did you guys know that there are still 30 states in the U.S. where you can be fired for being gay? Oh yes, do your math, do your homework, girls. There's still 30 states in the U.S. where you can still face being fired for being homosexual. I am worried. And I know most of you are probably more worried about chasing the bag and making sure that your Instagram posts look really lit and making sure that you are wearing the right sneakers and the right shirt and driving the right car and being with the right boo and being on the right and being in the right vacation place and having your life look as lit as possible. But while you are kind of distracted in that world, they are fucking coming for your wig. And you are so distracted because you're so worried about your life looking lit that you don't understand that they are setting our very rights ablaze right in front of us. It is not just abortion. Okay, it is not just prison reform. It is not just the attack on the alphabet community. It is not just, attack on immigration. It is not just the fucked up education system. It is not just the lack of housing. Alabama, who ranks 49th in infant mortality, you have the fucking goddamn nerve and gall about yourself to be talking about protecting the rights of an unborn baby when you rank 49th in infant mortality, mostly because you are not giving mothers out there the opportunity to be cared for. How can you be the same supporters of taking away money from Planned Parenthood? Because Planned Parenthood is not just for abortions. It is, the name, it says it for itself. It's Planning Parenthood. It really is. So contraception is available. We actually had less abortions during the Obama administration because money was being given to Planned Parenthood for contraception. I bet you didn't know that. Yes. We actually had more documented deportation during the Obama administration than we have right now without putting people in detention centers. So meanwhile, while your health care is being threatened, right? We are so busy worried about making sure that we are at the right parties and that our face is beat just the right way and that our lives look just so perfect that we are ignoring the very moral compass of what is happening right in front of us. I implore you guys to please do not be asleep at the wheel with what's going on out there. It is not just about abortion. It is also about immigration rights. It is also about the rights of our gay, lesbian, and transgender brothers and sisters. Okay? Today is the National AIDS Walk in New York City. And for all of you guys that are attending, shout out to you. But this is really just an attack on us. And if you don't see it as them against us, then you are really looking at this in the wrong way. They feel threatened. They felt threatened by having this black man in power. And this is just the ability for them to regain back control. And this is how they're doing it. By taking away all of our fucking rights. Okay? Y'all, I am just, okay. We're going to have just a quick pull up. Because I just wanted to tell you guys that, the devil is busy, bitch. He is busy. And what the devil hates the most is a conscious mind. And by conscious, I don't mean just being aware, but I mean being present. And we've been talking about this for months. I know a lot of you suffer with anxiety and depression. And you may have people who are ignorant around you would say, oh, please, you're not depressed. That's just what everybody is saying nowadays. Everybody is talking about they depressed. Everybody talking about they upset. And listen, I do believe that awareness sometimes, when there is a level of awareness that has increased out there, you will find that more people know how to then identify and speak to what is happening to them. But I want you to know something. There is something to be said for being conscious in the moment of what is happening to you. Okay? And if you are feeling like you have lost your way, or you feel like, you can't catch a break, what I want to say to you is stop for a moment. Stop for a moment and, put your pity party on pause. And I want you to get inside your own head, if you can, for a minute, and just reassure yourself that anything that is happening to you is happening for you. It is, when your life is in transition and when you are being stretched for the next level, it is never easy. It's almost like what they call true to life growing pains. When you're being transitioned for that next level, when God is literally working on you for that next thing, there's always going to be a lesson to be learned. There's always going to be a hurt in that transition. But what I want to tell you is instead of being stuck for where you are, never get your eye off the prize for where you're going. Okay? Never take your eye off the prize for where you're going, because the fact of the matter is everybody has their time under the sun. And so maybe right now you're being stretched and prodded for something and you don't even have any idea for what that is. You just know that where you're at right now doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look as great as your friends' lives look. Let me tell you true tea. True tea is some of your friends is going through it too. Even though you can't tell by their Instagram posts, even though you can't tell by their Facebook posts, even though you can't tell by their tweets, they're the fuck going through it. But those pictures don't make for great posts. Okay? Some of these dolls are just not going to tell you the real for what's going on with them. Okay? They want their lives to look shellacked and veneered on the surface. So you think just because they've got on the new Chanel shoe or because they have that cute little house, you have no fucking idea how they got that shit. You don't know what they had to do to get that shit. So don't feel sorry for yourself when you are looking at other people's lives and you are thinking that your life doesn't look anywhere like it and you're wondering, when is it going to be my time? Run your race and put your blinders on. And it may hurt right now, but I promise you, God's got something better for you. And that's just a message for those of you who are feeling disenfranchised right now, who are feeling anxiety right now, who may be feeling depressed right now, who may not know where life is going to take you. I promise you, something is better on the other side. Okay? So don't worry about your Instagram post. Don't worry about the bag that this one is wearing. Don't worry about, because bitch, okay, everybody was looking at the Claremont twins like, yes, girl, these bitches is some bad bitches. Okay, well, Shanae is about to go do her bid, okay? Because no one knows how it is and what you have to do to get what you get for that cute little Instagram post, okay? And that shit is not always to be celebrated. Because you never know what a motherfucker got to do. And maybe that's just not in the cards for you. And life, listen, all these cute labels or whatever, it doesn't garner you more respect. When you get stopped by the police, bitch, he don't give a fuck if you're wearing a Dior shirt. Okay? He doesn't care. When you are in the hood and there's a random shooting, and shout out to the mother of, and his last name escapes me, but there was a young man who was shot in his building, in the courtyard of his building in Harlem. 15 years old. He was actually an advocate for gun violence, and he was found with a fatal wound to the head, 15 years old. Now a mother has to live without her child. You know what I mean? So let's just make sure that we are focused on the right thing, because while we are busy worried about our shoes and our $400 bundle, life is happening around us. And if you are asleep, you will get slept on. Okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been an all new episode. I will be back next Sunday with another new episode. And yes, we are doing Sundays, okay? So I will be back next Sunday with an all new episode. Thank you for listening. Peace!
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.